Me getting this right are about us. Hello, good evening. Tonight the Stayback is coming to you from the Robin Hood. It's coming to you. Yeah. Hello, good evening. Tonight our wandering band of Tasmanian dingo stuffers and topless chutney wrestlers are coming to you live from the Robin Hood. Hello, good evening. Tonight our wandering band of topless chutney wrestlers and Tasmanian dingo stuffers are ready for another live broadcast coming to you from the Robin Hood, a quaint little tavern set in the heart.
Today, 21 today, 22 today, 24.
Hi. I'm an actor with a dandruff problem, but I really like to play snooker wearing a black velvet jacket, which, as you can imagine, causes a lot of problems. So, for 3 weeks, I washed half my hair in a conventional toothpaste and the other half of the lawn with a biological powder, and the results are completely amazing, because just like after one overnight soak, my face has cleared up completely, and because it's soluble, all the grass cuttings end up in my building society, which is, you know, a really nice, easy shape to swallow, and doesn't upset my stomach, because of the activated charcoal inside, which is woofed up immediately, because it's really thick and chunky. Can I look now? Clammy, I might have guessed. Excuse me, darling, is that one dead?
Yes.
Mind if I take it?
No, help yourself.
Thanks very much, thanks.
Excuse me, I've got an important message here. An important message for the owner of car registration number GSY 343Y.
Oh, it's not
It's a Mercedes Turbo, 5-speed, GXL 3-litre, blue with a silver streak down the side. Reclining seats, sunroof, automatic windows, stereo cassette, telephone, and a fur-lined interior. There's also a beautiful 24-year-old blonde model sitting in a passenger seat. The message is, you jammy sock.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. I dare no longer stay, I dare no longer stay. Two households both alike in dignity. Now is the winter of our discontent.
The worst case of overacting I've ever seen. Grab him, nurse, he may try and struggle. Sorry, old chap. I'm afraid you owe age.
Oh, no! Oh, doctor, tell me it's bad, isn't it? I can take it. I've only got about 5 minutes to live.
It's serious, isn't it, Doctor?
It is. I've only ever seen one case of overacting worse than this.
Where was that?
Terry and June.
Oh, no!
Okay, yes, perhaps it's not as bad as all that.
Oh, thank God for that.
Is there nothing we can do?
There's one thing we can do. It's dangerous, it's a gamble, but I think it's a chance we've got to take. Fetch the Emmerdale farm script. I'm afraid not. Get it,
Don't you understand me? Albert's dead. I don't want to do this. Mummy, I want to have your baby. Quick!
Come on. Hold him, sister. You may try and struggle. Come on. Now try and get some of this down. Come on, read it. Come on, some of it.
Sidmer, while our mat is tendering to sheep, I'll go...
I can't.
Come on. Don't be a baby. Come on.
I'll go to Ottendick Electric. No!
Come on, all of it.
I've got to Woolpack.
Woolpack hemorrhage. Hold him.
Oh, stop! That's enough, Doctor! Don't let him read anymore. He may never act again.
Emergency drill.
Oh, he's right.
My God. ECD. Electroconvulsive Dallas.
Now listen, Bobby. If you don't let me run, you hang on. Exactly the way I'm going to take your discharge into my own hands. And don't think I won't.
You saved him, Doctor. The end of all his suffering.
Yes, but just the beginning for how many millions of others. I can't let this happen to our world.
Some comedians tell this story about this fella streaking through the woods. He's running through the woods with nothing on, complete nothing. Running through the woods with it all, with his neck, running through the woods. And there was this bee on this tree. It looked down and saw this fella running through the woods, streaking with his neck run. And when this bee saw this fella, it looked down, it said, "What the look at that," it said. And this bee didn't piss about. It swapped off this branch, it went, and it stung this fella. On his nudger. And this fella said, "Oh dear," or words to that effect. And he went to the doctor, he said, "Excuse me, doctor," he said, "I've been stung on my, would you have a look at my," and the doctor said, "Take down your trousers." Very posh, he came from Edgbaston. So he took his trousers down, he was standing there in the surgery with nothing on with his neck, and the doctor pointed. He said, "What the, look at that," he said. "You've been stung on your..." "Good God," he said, "what do you want me to do about that?" This fellow said, "Could you take the pain away, but would you leave the swelling?"
I suppose the unluckiest musician who ever lived was the ex-Beatles drummer Pete Best, who left the group just before they released their first ever record, Love Me Do. Well, earlier today we took our cameras along to Pete Best's home to find out just what he'd been doing these last 20 years.
Blast! Damn! Flippin' blast! Cobblers! Knickers! Louis! Oh, blast! Oh, the pinhead! Oh, flippin'
Dr. Roget, I would imagine that most people in Great Britain have heard of your famous thesaurus.
Thesaurus?
Yes, thesaurus. And I understand you've just completed your first novel.
Yes, correct. I have, indeed. Affirmative, truly.
Yes, well, can you tell us a little about it?
Well, my book, volume, tome, manuscript, magnum opus publication, is about, concerns, relates to, is bound up with, appertains to, a man, male mortal, homo sapiens, fellow chap bloke, who falls, tumbles, topples, drops, comes a cropper, in love, affection, devotion, tenderness, friendship, yearning, with another, different, disparate, alternative man, homo sapiens, fellow male mortal chap bloke, in a homosexual, gay, queer, poofter, yummer, Nancy relationship.
Yes, very interesting.
I know.
Tell me, what have the reviews of the book been like?
What's the word?
Crap?
Yes.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Are you from the Opposites Attract Dating Bureau by any chance?
You're not intelligent and handsome of Harrogate.
Nigel. You must be fashion conscious and feminine of Pontefract.
Prudent.
What's your poison? Vodka martini, G&T?
I don't approve of artificial stimulants.
Absolutely. Barman, 2 Perrier orders, please. Just a quick one, then we'll dash rind to this little French place I know does the thickest steaks in Tyne.
I'm a strict vegetarian.
And we can chuck a brick through his window.
Do you eat meat, then?
No. Well, I may have tried some once.
When?
Lunchtime.
Animal! I suppose you're into fox hunting and hare coursing as well.
Well, as a matter of fact, I hunt with a quorn. And you?
Anti-Blood Sports League.
A Strathspey Salmon Anglers Association?
Heave the whale.
Playboy Club.
Feminist movement.
The Stones.
The Spinners.
Harold Robbins.
Tolkien.
Dickens.
Sittins.
This isn't going to work, is it?
I go like a steam hammer in bed.
And I've got a massive plonker.
I love you.
Honestly, the pub here, I say, could I have a pint with a head on it? I like the one about the woman who walked into the bathroom. She saw a little lad in the bath. She said, "What are you doing?" He said, "It's mine. I'll wash it as fast as I like."
What the hell's going on? What's going on? How can I get in this thing with this bloody racket? £15 a night I pay for bed and breakfast. What do I get? A bloody circus going on. Right under my room. Bed and breakfast. Bed of bleeding lunatics. I tried sticking my head under the pillow. I've had enough Horlicks to drown a cat. I've even torn on my Bible. I've got Isaiah screwed up and stuffed in one ear, Proverbs in the other. I can still hear you brats. It's another bleeding night. What's wrong with you? Normal people should be in bed. Normal people, like me. Don't talk to me about vacuum cleaners. Don't talk to me about vacuum cleaners. I've had one for 12 years, right? 12 years, no trouble. I get it out last week to over my carpet. What does it do? Breaks down. Conks out. I'm there kicking it, punching it, nutting it, throwing it against the wall. Will it suck? Will it? Will it? The bloke from the flat next door comes out to see what all the row's about. I'm there on the rug. I've got me hoovering a Boston crab. I've got his pipe in my mouth, blowing down it, trying to get it going. Bloody hell, he says. I've seen some kinky things. I've never seen anyone having their way with a 12-year-old Uber. It wasn't like that. You want to be careful, he says, doing that. You'll pick something up. Pick something up! It's more than a bleeding Uber will do! You don't care, do you? You don't care! You're down here shouting, whooping it up. I'm lying up there wide awake. A leg warmer on my wedding tackle. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
There were these policemen in London last week. They raided this gay club. They thought there was something going on, and they went in. They didn't find anything, but they were offered £1.50 apiece for the truncheons.
You're daft as a brush, me father said. When I told him I were into natty dread, you look as if you got worms going out your head, or you stood on an electric cable. Oh yeah. Me mum went daft and started to cry. She doesn't know the meaning of Rastafari. She thinks it's a disease transmitted by flies when they land on your breakfast table. Oh yeah. A brethren of mine called Jar Arkwright stuffed socks in his woolly hat to make it stand upright. And on the top he's got a red light, so aeroplanes don't crash into it. You can see us any day, skanking along round Burnley Way, listening to that Red J music all the day, on our 45-foot-long walking stereos. We're the coolest lot you've seen, the Sunshine Boys from the Caribbean. I don't know what all the fuss is if it weren't for us who'd drive your buses. Now I'm a Lancashire dreadlock man. I love every lad and lassie. I smoke tons and tons of that marijuana, and I follow Eileen's brother, Fairly Selassie. And me former life I've forgotten, and I've changed my name to Jaram's Bottom.
Because of the recession, my husband sent me out on the street to see what I could do. I came home with £2.10. He said, "Who gave you the 10 pence?" I said, "They all did."
Father, I have sinned. I have killed my son.
You've killed your son?
Yes, Father.
Why have you done this?
Because he was getting on my nerves, Father.
You've killed your own son because he was getting on your nerves?
Yes, Father.
And your wife? Have you told her this?
No, Father.
Why not?
Because I killed her shortly afterwards.
You've killed your own wife also?
I'm afraid so, Father. I set fire to the tenement building in which we live.
And were others hurt?
No, Father. They all died instantly.
All died? How many?
72, Father.
You've killed 72 people?
74, Father. There's my wife and child as well, remember?
74 people you've killed?
Yes, Father. And I slept with another woman before my wife died. I fear I have sinned.
Yes, you have rather. But you have been honest. And so you may be forgiven.
Oh, thank you, Father.
I hope this other woman is not with child, my son.
Oh, there's no chance of that, Father. We used a contraceptive.
You did what? Once a jolly swag man can buy a billabong under the shade of a curly-bar tree.
Back from the southern coast of Ireland, where they were the mainstay of the annual Nolan Cull. Here's our old friends Rocky, Sharpe and the replays.
Hey, listen! Listen! Hey, listen! Not a lot of people know this.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you.
A pretty woman makes a husband a small, and very often causes his downfall. As soon as he marries her, then she starts doing the things that will make him smart. Hey, you make an ugly woman your wife, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. An ugly woman cooks your meals on time, always gives you peace of mind.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you.
If your friends say you have no taste, go ahead and marry anyway. Though her face is ugly, her eyes don't match, take it from me, she's a better catch.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you.
Hey, mate, yeah, I saw your wife the other day. Oh, yeah? She ain't exactly good looking, is she? Well, no, but you haven't seen her bubble and squeak.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. La 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 la. Hey. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Pretty ugly.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Pretty ugly.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. Not a lot of people know that.
Excuse me, has anyone ever told you how you look just like Joan Collins?
No. No, as a matter of fact, no.
Well, they will now, won't they?
Hello, good morning and welcome. I'm here to remind you about the arrival of TV AM, featuring the man who makes Michael Parkinson seem second-rate, Michael Parkinson. But most of all, we'll have brilliant satire written by me, in-depth interviews conducted by me, and fascinating news items affecting me. There'll be wit with your Weetabix, Parky with your porridge, and Frost with your Frosties. Don't forget TV AM, television and me.
It's a known fact that men are far more intelligent than women.
Says who?
Says everybody, of course, stupid.
All right, ask me a question.
All right, what's the capital of Poland?
Edinburgh.
Who wrote Shakespeare's sonnets?
Mozart.
Who scored the winning goal in the 1966 World Cup final?
Jeff Boycott.
3 lucky guesses.
Here, Ludwig.
Stop shouting. You think I'm deaf or something? What?
Beethoven, is that really your own hair?
Of course it's my own hair. Look, it's got my name in it.
No! No! Blimey, don't stop behind the curb or nothing, these
Put yourself together, man. Stop everything,
No, you
baby.
can't make me!
Yes, I can.
I won't do it!
Sit down.
No.
Right. Now, when he comes in, what are you going to say?
Thank you for coming to see me, Lord Longford.
What's your call? Here, got your doll, Del?
Yeah, past school call.
Oh, terrific. Here, seen Mel, Del?
Mel, up the bell call.
What, Bell at the Del, Del?
No, the Pall Mall bell call.
Bells, Del?
Yeah, with Lau Gal, Bilbao.
Bilbao, Del? What, in Spain?
No, down a bell call with Pall Mall.
Whoa!
No, not Wall Cocktail.
Wall Cocktail, Del?
Yeah, and that girl Val.
Val? Well. So, there's Lau Gal Val, Meltel, Bilbao, down the Pall Mall Bell, Del?
Yeah, and apart from Lau Gal Val, Meltel, Bill and Bal, there's Al, Wal, Phil, Nell and Nick.
Nick?
Yeah, never really did fit in, did he?
I know Fred and Elsie, they lived in Manchester, and every year they went to Blackpool. And Fred said to Elsie, this year, he said, I fancy going somewhere else. She said, you are right. She said, I'll book. So they booked this holiday at the Costa Thingy. And they went on this Irish airline, Air Fungus. They booked it away, see. They did all of it. And they booked all the holiday. And you can imagine the scene, July the 3rd, they're walking out there, Ringway Airport, Manchester. He's there, flat cap braces, Woodbine, giving it all of it, all the business. Do you remember those cigarettes, when your first cigarette you smoked? You remember? I mean, mine was a Woodbine, and your mate used to say, go on, breathe it in, inhale it, and it was... There was all that on it. You were talking to God on the big white telephone with the seat up. Oh, God, do you remember that? And there's a cigarette commercial going out now, I'll not tell you where, but in this country, there's a cigarette commercial, that Bridget Bardot, she lies on this pile of sand with a cigarette in her hand, she looks straight at the camera, she says, nothing satisfies me like a camel. And the mascara's running a bit, mine, but they're there, and they see the aeroplane, and he looks at the aeroplane, as Freddie said, it's an old aeroplane, that, Elsie, outside toilet, isn't it? It's an old... She said, they know what they're doing, get on the plane. So they get on the aeroplane, they strap themselves in, and they sat there, their brown paper bags open, and he's sitting there, he said, I wish I put my brown trousers on. Sitting there like this, and the plane all right, ready to go, he's saying. Just as it's ready to go, the fella comes out the front of the aeroplane, he has the cap on with the braid and the badge and the rings round his thing, and all the buttons, walking out. And he walks, and he has these dark glasses on, and a white stick, and a Labrador on a harness. And he's walking down the gangway, and Fred said, who's that? She said, it's the pilot. He said, he's got a dog on us. He's blind. She said, well, he'll probably know. So as he's walking past, Fred grabbed him by the lapel, because he could reach. And he said, excuse me, and the pilot looked at him, he said, yes. He said, are you the pilot? He said, yeah. He said, well, you, with the, and the, he said, you're blind. He said, very good. That's excellent, that. Yes, I am. He said, well, how can you fly the aeroplane if you're blind? He said, well, being blind, I've got extra sensitive touch. And all the controls of the aeroplane are in Braille. And I can fly the aeroplane. He said, but how do you know when you get to the end of the runway to take off? He said, well, being blind, I've got extra sensitive hearing. And I can hear all the passengers in the back shouting, bleeding hell!
Mrs. Mansfield?
Yes?
Is your husband in?
Yes. Paul, it's for you, love. Do sit down.
Mr. Mansfield?
Yes?
My name's Manny Goldberg. I'm the chairman of Manchester United Football Club. I appreciate this is rather short notice, but we're a player short for tonight's big match against Liverpool. And I saw you playing the other night for the Frog and Trumpet second 11, and I was most impressed by the way you kept putting the ball between the opposition's piles of coats. So how do you fancy a tryout? Kick-off's in half an hour.
Oh, Mr. Goldberg, this is like a dream come true. Well, yes, I'll be with you in 2 minutes.
Right, well, I'll wait in the car, but don't be long.
Yes! Yes! United! United! Did you hear that? They want me to play tonight for Manchester United against Liverpool. Oh, God, I'm so excited. Look, I'll have to rush. Well, you're going to wish me good luck?
I'm thinking of leaving you.
Yeah, all right, well, wish me good luck anyway. Right, bye.
I'm thinking of divorcing you.
Pardon?
I think I'm going to leave you.
What? You can't mean this. What a time to pick. Look, can't it wait till later on?
No, it can't. Our future's at stake, and you're leaving me for a bloody football match.
It's not just any bloody football match. It's Manchester United. Do you not know what that means?
Yes. When you walk out that door, I'm leaving with a baby, and I'm not coming back.
Look, you can't do this to me, or can't it wait?
No, it can't. What's it to be, me or the football?
Oh, you'll have to go on without me. Well, I hope you're satisfied.
Oh. Thank you, love. You've no idea what this means to me.
Should bloody well think so. Chance of a lifetime I've just passed up.
Oh, don't worry, love. There'll be others.
Hello, Mrs. Mansfield. We're a bit short of players for tonight's match against Spurs, and I was wondering if you could be available.
Oh, Mr. Docherty! Yes, of course!
Your baby, Mr. Mansfield. I'll bring your wife back about 5 o'clock.
One, Liverpool. Seven, Newcastle. Nine, Watford. 6, Ipswich. So that's it. In Liverpool, Newcastle, Watford and Ipswich, 179.6 is today's price for 4-star petrol. Because programmes at this time of night sometimes wander off into rather grey areas, I checked out with our legal people this morning something about the libel laws. A very nice bloke answered the phone and said, basically, Mr. Tarrant, you can say anything you like about anybody you like, provided they're dead. So you can say things like Queen Boadicea was a nymphomaniac, Ethelred the Unready, why was he never ready? Because he was always upstairs having it off with Hereward the Wake. Good Queen Bess, the Virgin Queen, tell that to Francis Drake. Joan of Arc was a man, the Venerable Bede was a spelling mistake. You can say anything you like that, but you can't say... And we're certainly not. ...that Cyril Smith is shacking up with giant haystacks.
You can stick your fancy sweaters in your pinstripe suits, your poncy satin shirts and your cowboy boots. Before you can say fallopian tubes, those togs will make you frown. Give me an Oxfam jumper, that'll never let you down. Oxfam jumpers will never let you down. You can pick up a chunky one for less than £1. You don't need snazzy gear to go out on the town. Just an Oxfam jumper that'll never let you down. Now, I've never been a dedicated follower of fashion, but with some people you meet, it's their one and only passion. If Mary Quant said it was into rubbing your all over your body, they would do it for sure. Give me an Oxfam jumper, that'll never let you down. Oxfam jumpers will never let you down. You can pick up a chunky one for less than £1. You don't need snazzy gear to go out on the town. Just an Oxfam jumper that'll never let you down. Now I wouldn't even give a wombat's drop-in for any Parisian gown I've seen when I've been shopping. Imported Italian shoes always make me feel sick. If you ask me, it's all a con trick. Give me an Oxfam jumper, that'll never let you down. Don't give it out. Oxfam jumpers will never let you down. You can pick up a chunky one for less than £1. You don't need snazzy gear to go out on the town. Just an Oxfam jumper that'll never let you. Oxfam jumpers will never let you down. You can pick up a chunky one for less than £1. You don't need snazzy gear to go out on the town. Just an Oxfam jumper that'll never let you. Oxfam jumpers will never let you down. You can pick up a chunky one for less than £1. You don't need snazzy gear to go out on the town. Just an Oxfam jumper that'll never let you down.
Like the one about the Scotsman got up to heaven. He knocked on the gates of heaven. St. Peter said, "Who's that?" He said, "It's Angus McTavish." St. Peter said, "You can piss off. We're not making porridge for one."
They are. They are not. They are. Yeah, you're right, they are. They are gas logs.
There's a funny girl behind the bar. She said to me, "Do you want a screwdriver?" I said, "How do you know I was a driver?"
And that's mercifully just about that. Don't forget, next week we're coming from the all-night disco bar at the Eddystone Lighthouse. But
Hey, mate, you want to buy a video?
What a horrid little man. What?
You know a video? Dirty to you, 100 quid.
Where'd you get it from?
It fell off the back of a lorry. Great, that.
Well, there you are. We leave you tonight with Kevin Cisse. Shut up, you. We leave you with Kevin Cisse saying, "My psychiatrist thinks I'm immature."
Some people have hobbies like building cars, and others like to observe planets and stars, and some watch the stock exchange rise and fall, and others shout themselves hoarse watching football. But I don't want to do this. It don't mean a thing. No, I don't want to do this. I find it boring, boring, boring. Astrology and the like would leave me cold, so would crawling round on rubbish dumps looking for gold, with a metal detector firmly in my hand, exhuming rusty nails and ring-pulled cans. No, I don't want to do this. It don't mean a thing. No, I don't want to do this. I find it boring, boring, boring. I just read dirty books. I love my dirty books. Just want my dirty books. It brightens up my life to see a really dead common reader's wife in my dirty books. My psychiatrist tells me I'm immature. If I am, I don't want to grow up, and that's for sure. There's only one problem that I can find. Everything's blurred, I hope I'm not going blind. I don't want to do this. It don't mean a thing. No, I don't want to do this. I find it boring, boring, boring. I just read dirty books. Just want my dirty books. I love my dirty books. It brightens up my life to see a really dead common reader's wife in my dirty books.
Thank you.
This is my first time.
Yes, me too. All my friends say that sleeping with a girl is, well, pretty thrilling.
Well, let's see what it's like, shall we?
Yes, let's. Good night.
Crazy crowd, come on, shout, shout, knock